Hey Booth, it is that time of the month. Your girl is about to share with you everything that I made for the month of February. Now, in January's video, I think I shared 6 things with you guys. Do you think your girl was more or less productive for the month of February? If you're curious to know what the answer is, then please keep on watching. Hey beloveds, your girl Kris here. Welcome if you're new, or welcome back to the channel if you are already a part of my YouTube sewing family. As always, I'm really happy that you guys have chosen to join me for yet another video. For today's video, I am going to be sharing with you every single thing that I made for the month of February. I'm not going to tell you upfront what the number is because that would sort of defeat the purpose. I want you guys to guess, and then at the end of the video, you will know whether you were right or not. So maybe I should give you like 2 seconds to drop me a comment down below in the comment section and let me know how many garments do you think I have made for the month of February. Da na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay, that was more than 2 seconds, but you get the picture, like, don't you? So the first item that I want to share with you that I made for the month of February, and by the way, I'm not doing these in the order that I made them. I have them here with me on the rack, and so I'm just going to pull them and share them with you, and then I'll give you the backstory if there is one. And obviously, if there's a full video here on the channel, then you already know that your girl is going to drop it in right here so you can run on over and watch every single video. Right? Please? Yay! Right, so the first thing I want to share with you, let's do this one first, is the So Lucky Jar 2025 pick for the month of February. Now, So Lucky Jar is a challenge being hosted by my girl Diana from 26 by Diana over on Instagram. And the purpose of the challenge is to dump all of the patterns you really want to sew up for the month, not the month, for the year 2025 into a jar and then pull a pattern and sew her up. I have chosen to put 24 patterns in my So Lucky jar, and I am aiming to sew up at least one pattern every month. So why did I put 24? The simple answer is I want to make sure I do up 12 patterns. That is one for every month of the year. But your girl gets bored sometimes. Sometimes I lose my sojo. Sometimes I am indecisive and don't know what I want to sew. And I just figured that the extra 12 patterns would come in quite handy. And in any event, it will keep me guessing right the way down throughout the year. And for February's pick, I ended up with a Deer and Doe Melilot shirt. Now, if you want all of the details on that pick, then head on over to this video right here. And of course, there's also a reveal video showing you guys the finished Deer and Doe Melilot. So if you want the tea about the adjustments to the pattern, the fabric, and see a little bit of the behind the scenes, then watch this video right here as well. Now, this is the Deer and Doe. This, you guys, is the Deer and Doe Melilot shirt. And listen, she smells so good. Can I tell you that this is actually wet? I literally pulled this shirt out of the washing machine to share it with you guys. So the cycle had been completed and she's waiting to go to be dried. And I sat down to do this video and I'm like, where's my Melilot shirt? Because I wore this one to work last week and I quite like this shirt. So this is the Deer and Doe Melilot. I think in my rating, I gave this one either an 8 or 9 out of 10. And the reason was it is really well constructed. There are French seams everywhere in this shirt. The side seams, even the arm side has French seams. But you guys, even though I lengthened the sleeve of the shirt pattern by an inch, I really could have benefited from an additional inch of length. So the next time I make up this pattern, and there is going to be a next time, then I'm going to lengthen the sleeve by 2 inches. I could kick myself, you guys, because I had initially cut out the short sleeve version with the sleeve band. And then halfway through constructing this shirt, I was like, I have enough fabric left over. Why not try the long sleeve version, especially since you did the short sleeve version for your first iteration? So I know I normally have to lengthen my sleeves an inch. So I went ahead and lengthened my sleeves an inch. It just turned out that with this particular pattern, 2 inches would have served your girl much better. I'll go ahead and drop a picture in right here. You can see how this shirt fits me. You can see how delightful she looks. But I'm pretty sure your eyes are gonna go right to my wrists to see the length of those sleeves. Obviously because I've told you, but even if I didn't tell you, I'm pretty sure you would have noticed anyway. Now for make number 2, I am going to share the fabric roulette make. Now fabric roulette is another sewing challenge. This one is hosted by yours truly. And the idea behind the second challenge, which is the fabric roulette challenge, is to get our gorgeous pieces of fabric from our fabric stashes into our closets. Now the fabric roulette challenge was born because I had been talking to my girl Diana, and at the time we were on FaceTime, I was going through my fabric stash, or at least one of them. And I had so many beautiful pieces of fabric stuffed into a box. And I figured maybe if I came up with a challenge that would motivate me to use them, I wouldn't have the excuse that they were too beautiful to be cut into. And that is where the Fabric Roulette Challenge was born. Now, it was a little bit controversial because I later discovered, thanks to one of my viewers, that there was a challenge already in the community that's quite similar. And if you guys want all the down and dirty tea, then be sure to go ahead and check out this video right here where I explain it all in detail. However, for the month of February, I spun my fabric roulette wheel and ended up with a fabric that was selected by my husband. Why did I get my hubby involved again? Like, why? I thought it would have been a brilliant idea, but I've had moments of doubt along the way. All that being said, this fabric that he chose, I actually really liked it. It was one of, if not the most favorite fabric that he selected for this challenge. And it was a black and white window pane fabric, a scuba knit fabric. And if you have been here long enough, then you know I have a thing for black and white fabrics. Not black, not white, but black and white. Like a black and white print will get me almost every single time. I just love them. And so when he selected this black and white window pane, I secretly thought, yes, he chose a good one. And I was really excited when I spun my fabric roulette wheel and it landed on this particular fabric for the month of February. But you guys, I stuffed it up. I stuffed it up. The construction of this dress is not my best work, you guys. I have explained all of it in the video showcasing this garment in its entirety. So if you're curious to know how I stuffed up this dress, then go ahead and watch this video right here. I am going to show you her though. It's this dress right here, and maybe you can spot the fatal error. Overall, she isn't terrible. I mean, I probably could wear her. Maybe I will refashion her so that I can just have like a skirt, because I really took my time doing the pattern matching on this dress. You can see at the side seams, it is impeccably matched right along the horizontal lines down the side seam and pretty well matched down the center back seam. Even across my sleeves, you can see the line runs right across my bust and then up through the sleeve. Can you see that match? I hope you guys can see it. So I was really proud of this make in terms of the pattern matching. But as I said, she isn't a winner, you guys. I mean, it happens sometimes. It happens to the best of us. It's a little bit disappointing. Life does go on, but we will see if she gets anywhere, and if she doesn't, whether or not I'll end up refashioning this one. So again, this is Simplicity 9701 in a black and white window pane scuba knit. Now, the other two garments I'm going to share with you, I actually sewed them up for Black History Month. Obviously, February is Black History Month over in America. I am not American, but in case you missed it, I'm Black. And so I was really excited about giving some encouragement to Natita of So Natural Dane for her challenge, the Black Handmade Pattern Designers Challenge, and also to Carmen from Black Sewing Network, who was hosting a very similar challenge over on Instagram, whereby you had to sew up a pattern from a Black pattern designer. Now, I decided to do 2 Black pattern designers. I did share here with you guys early on in February, if not it was the end of January, 5 Black pattern designers that you should consider sewing up for Black History Month. And the first of the makes that I am going to share actually was based on one of the patterns from that video. So in case you missed it, run on over and check out that video right here and then come back and see these two makes. There is going to be an in-depth video here on the channel as well. It's probably going to come right after this one, and I'm going to be sharing with you things like the pattern adjustments, the fabrics, the details behind the scenes and all of that for these two makes. So if you want even more information on these makes, then be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel now. Turn your notification bell on so you do not miss when that video goes live here on the channel. Now, the first of those two makes is this baby right here. This one is the Allison tent dress, and the pattern designer is Desiree Patterns. She goes by So Much Jazz over on Instagram. And you guys, I made her up using a white double gauze fabric. Where did I get this fabric? I think I picked this one up in Barbados during my fabric haul. I think so. There are fabric hauls here on the channel. You can run on over and check out the playlist that has all of my fabric hauls in it. But this one I think was one of the ones from Barbados. Now I did make some pattern adjustments to this pattern, both in terms of the fit of the pattern and in terms of the aesthetics, just because I thought I would like the pattern a little bit better if I made those adjustments. Again, there is going to be a full video here on the channel featuring this dress and the other dress that I'm about to show you. But I do like her, you guys. She is quite loose fitting, and I'm gonna have to play around with the styling, but she's a nice one. I'm not head over heels about her, but I do like her. Like her enough that she is gonna get somewhere. Now, the next pattern that I decided to sew up for both of those challenges is this dress right here. This one, you guys, is Know Me 2026 or 2046. I'll go ahead and drop the envelope in right here. It is a pattern by Nefertiti. She goes by the Connie Rainbow over on Instagram. And I made this one up using a cotton sateen fabric from Minerva. Now, on a side note, I am a Minerva brand ambassador. So if you want to shop Minerva for fabrics, patterns, notions, kits, anything at all, then consider using my ambassador code, which I have left for you guys right here. It will save you 10% off your entire purchase. And of course, it will give me a very small commission that goes back into more fabric. Like, duh. So this dress, you guys, is another one that I am a little bit iffy about. I'm going to be sharing all of my thoughts, obviously, on the full reveal video. But as gorgeous as she is, I'm kind of feeling like, does she fit into my current lifestyle? Where am I going to wear her? She's a little bit too dressy, I think, for work. And I still don't think she'll be appropriate for church. And other than work and church, I don't really go nowhere. Like maybe to the grocery store, maybe to grab an ice cream, but certainly not anywhere that would warrant this type of dress. Maybe on a one-off occasion, but I am going to see over time how much wear this dress actually gets. Again, this is Know Me 2026, 2046, whatever, by Nefertiti of the Connie Rainbow. Now, the next item I wanted to share with you is also from Minerva Fabric. So it is a Minerva project. There's going to be a full blog post over on the Minerva website when I get around to it, after I take the photographs and then write the blog. But she is this baby right here. Like, how gorgeous is this black and white fabric? It is incredible. I absolutely love it. Now, I had been idly scrolling along on Pinterest recently enough. On a side note, I'm taking a break from Instagram, you guys. So instead of scrolling on Instagram, I was scrolling on Pinterest and I came across this very, very nice maxi skirt. Then I went down the wormhole of maxi skirts and I kept seeing some black and white maxi skirts popping up on my feed. Then I had the brilliant idea that I wanted a maxi skirt. Now, I hardly ever sew like longer lengths anything. I have like one or two long length dresses that I have sewn. Obviously, pants are a little bit different. I do have long length pants, but I hardly ever sew like maxi skirts. I think I maybe have sewn maybe one, and it was for my sister cousin. I don't recall ever sewing a maxi skirt for myself. Anyways, I have changed that by making up the True Bias Marlow skirt, and I have made the maxi length version. Now, the True Bias Marlow has several different length combinations, and I love that about that pattern. It means if I wanted a shorter skirt, I can have a short skirt. If I wanted a longer skirt, but only with one tier or two tiers or three shorter tiers and a long tier, however I wanted it, I could have had it. I opted to do the first tier at hip length, and then I did two with the longer tiers. And I quite like how this skirt turned out. I like that it has an elastic waist, and I really, really like that it also has the additional drawstring, because my waist kind of fluctuates. And obviously it's elastic, so it's likely to fit my waist even when it fluctuates. But just having that drawstring adds a little bit extra something to my skirt. And it also means that I can pull it tighter if I wanted to, and then loosen it out a little bit again if I wanted to. So I really do like the addition of this drawstring. Now, you guys, this very well might have been my most favorite make for February. Do not hold me to it just yet, because maybe after I actually wear them for a day or two, then I will have different thoughts on my outfits. Usually that's the case. I will make something up, do my review, and then I will wear it to work once, maybe twice, and then my thoughts and feelings towards the garment sort of changes, because then obviously you're moving around everyday life. You can get a really, really good appreciation for the fit, for the movement, for the style, whether it works for you, whether it doesn't, more than when you have just sewn it up and like put it on to take like model pictures or a twirl or something like that. So this one is really, really high up there in terms of the garments that I have made for February. Not holistically, not including January, just for the month of February. Now, I have made two other items throughout the month of February. However, I think I have an inclination to sell both of these garments, and so I have not taken modeled pictures in these garments. I don't know how you're gonna see like how good they look, but you might just have to take my word for it. So the first one, you might already recognize this fabric, and this is because in January I made the Frankie swimsuit by Edgewater Avenue in this very same fabric. Now, I did have a little bit of fabric left over, and I thought, hey, why not make another swimsuit? Once I had completed the second swimsuit, I then started thinking, what am I going to do with two swimsuits in the same fabric? Maybe I should go ahead and see if I can get any of them sold. So this one is the Edgewater Amelia bottoms, and I really, really, really like how this has come together. I have made sure that my chevron goes right down the center front, and again right down the center back, and I have lined it using a solid pink swimsuit and fabric that I got from StyleMaker. So I got both of these fabrics from stylemaker.com. Now, StyleMaker does have, for me, pretty pricey fabrics. By the time I do the exchange rate and so on, I find their fabrics to be quite pricey, but the quality, you guys, is so, so, so good. And this swimsuiting fabric is no different. It has really, really good recovery. It's really, really bright and vibrant, and I just love it. Now, this one also has the ties. I think in my next version, I'll probably go ahead and shorten the ties just a little bit. For my personal preference, they're a touch bit long, but as they are, it does allow you some versatility, because it means you can tie it up in different methods. You can do like a bow, you can do like a side tie, and so on and so forth. And this swimsuit, you guys, is really, really well constructed. And I'm so proud of how far I have come with swimsuit making. Like, my first swimsuit was wearable, but I didn't enjoy the process. My second swimsuit, it was almost a disaster. I managed to save it on the fly, but it really, really doesn't fit that well. But recently, I have been slaying with my swimsuit making. So this is, as I said, the Edgewater Amelia bottoms. Now, this one, I forgot to mention, is also the full coverage bottoms. There is an option to do the cheeky or like more revealing bottoms. But when I set out to make this swimsuit, I thought it was going to be for me. But having made it up, I'm now thinking, like, how many swimsuits can you reasonably wear, Kris? Like, how many? How many swimsuits are too many swimsuits? We shall see how it goes with selling this one up. Now, these are the bottoms, so I need to show you the top. Like, where's the top? Did I not take the top off? Oh, I didn't pull the top, just a sec. I'm back. And like, when am I ever gonna get this content creation thing right? Why don't I have all of my things nicely laid out? Why haven't I made sure all of my lights have been fully charged, my camera, my mic, and the whole works? Why is it that every single video, or almost every video, there's a glitch? Pray for me, you guys. Like, pray for me. Anyways, this is the Edgewater Dawn top. Ugh, it's inside out. Jesus. Right. This is the Edgewater Dawn top. And she's like a little like bralette type swimsuit top. Now the Edgewater Dawn does have several different options for its construction. Now there's one which I made with the horizontal lines, the seam line. So I opted to do the solid pink fabric for the top and then the same chevron pattern for the bottom. There is an option to do vertical seams. There's an option to do just one fabric. Then as it relates to the back, this one has the closed back like so, but there's an option to do a tie back and there's an option to do, what is that one called when you do the clasp situation? I did not have the clasps and I did not have enough fabric to do the tie bow, so I just went with the solid back and I really liked how the horizontal seaming looked like, particularly since that gave me an opportunity to introduce some color blocking that would go quite nicely with the bottoms. Oh, this is a disaster, like trying to hold it up to show you guys. Right, so this is the completed set. And I really, really like this. I think it looks really, really great together. Now, my mannequin unfortunately doesn't have legs, so I'm not able to like get the panties on, but maybe I'll just like pin it on and then put on the bra top so that you guys can get a better appreciation for this make. I'll try it and see if it works. If not, then you're really just gonna have to take my word for it that this is a really, really cute set. And because the panties are quite high-waisted, it means that if you have a little bit of a mom-tom like I do, then you're not going to feel as self-conscious because like all of your belly area is not actually on display. Now, the last item I'm going to share is another swimsuit. And I freaking love this swimsuit, you guys. I love it. Again, I'm thinking about selling it because I'm like, how many swimsuits can you wear, Kristen? Like, how many? But this one ain't like the last one. This one is like sex pot times 100,000. She is sexy, you guys. She is really, really sexy. So I made this one using the swimsuit and fabric. I actually had picked this one up from A to Z Fabrics in Miami like maybe 2 years ago. I had gone with my girl Diana and with my girl Johanna. They had taken me to that store and I loved this fabric. At the time, I was thinking about doing a pink collection for breast cancer. That probably was 2023. I want to go ahead and say it was in 2023, but I didn't get around to using it because I still wasn't very confident with knit fabrics. But again, your girl has been going hard on this knit fabric sewing and I'm getting a little bit more comfortable, particularly when it comes to the swimsuits. So this one is the Edgewater Birdie. So she goes on, oops, over the head like this. Let's see if I can stand up and show you like so. And then the hands go in here. And then she ties in the back. And then the panties are hanging down, you guys. Let me sit. The panties are hanging down, you guys, because the panties then go through the crotch and then come up your butt. And then it ties around your tummy in a bow. So it's just this piece of string that is holding the panty section of the swimsuit on. Oh my God, but she's risque, but she is sexy. She is sexy. Oh my God. I think I'm going to make another one for myself. Also, I could probably just keep this one for myself and then make another one to sell. But then this one is pink as well. Like, how many pink swimsuits do I need as well? Oh, you guys, I'm a mess. But she is sexy. I'm going to see if I can find like one of the tester photos on Edgewater Avenue. If I can, then I'll pop it in here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This one, Chef's kiss. Construction is really, really great, and the finished product, if I wasn't married already, I probably would have bagged myself a husband rocking the swimsuit. Right, you guys, and those are all of the things that I have made for the month of February. Should I go and take this off? Like, is this bothering you guys? I hope not. Anyways, the month of February was pretty productive, in my opinion, and I actually have started another pattern. It is a simplicity pattern. It is a Mimiji pattern. I can't remember the number right now, and I'll probably just show you guys in the March roundup. I haven't done, did I do any filming for that one? I don't think I did any filming. If I did, then there's going to be a video. But if not, you'll see her at the end of March for the March roundup. And that is because she's not done and it's almost the end of February. So it means that I'm likely to be working on her into March. And in any event, she missed today's video, so I'll share her with you at the end of March. Now be sure to let me know down in the comment section which of the items that I made for February is your favorite. Are you into the shirt and the shirt dress? Do you prefer the oversized, loose, flowy double gauze dress? Are you into the swimsuits, or are you team maxi skirt? Let us continue the conversation down below in the comment section. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, also be sure to go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. The algorithm loves that sort of thing. And even though I don't do this thing for the algorithm, it helps if people who might want to see my content can actually see my content. You know what I mean? Anyways, if you have gotten this far in today's video and you're not yet a subscriber, then please put yourself out of your misery and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the subscribe button, turn your notification bell on, and that will mean you will never, ever, 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 ever miss your girl's upcoming videos. But until next time, you guys, stay calm, stay cool, stay safe, and absolutely keep sewing. Peace.